Hey, what's up, knuckleheads? It's another live broadcast from RC. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. And right now I'm on the web page here, and it's talking about live broadcast on Facebook. This is my third broadcast, and this one here I thought was kind of interesting. I want you guys to hear this. It says, let's see what shows here. With Facebook Live, you can use your phone to share a moment instantly with people you care about. This means your friends, family, or fans can be there with you, and you can respond to their comments and see their reactions. That's just a little bit of a blurb right there. Let's see what this is here. And you can look on the web and see how this works. I do recommend trying this out. And let's see what's this here? What's this?
What's up, guys? I'm Chris. I run the product teams here at Facebook, and we're live from the Facebook page. Today we just announced a complete overhaul of Live on Facebook. So I'm here to give you guys a little bit of an overview on what we announced.
I'm not sure
and then take any questions you guys have on how it works.
So let's listen in and see what.
So for a while now, we've offered the ability for you to open the Facebook app and hit live and live stream video to your friends and family to bring them along with you. I have an 18-month-old son, and he's often doing things for the first time that are super interesting to see and that you often want to share with people as it's happening. So Live gives you the chance to take experiences like that and share them with people as it's happening. Since we began to roll out Live, we started to see people like Hillary Clinton or Kevin Hart or astronauts or athletes taking you behind the scenes into parts of their life that you don't normally get to see. And we were really excited about how exciting this was, both for the people creating the content and also for the people showing up to watch it with them. So we took a bunch of our teams at Facebook and built a lot of new features that we announced today. One of them is going to be a tab right next to your newsfeed, where you'll be able to go and tap a video button and see lives happening all around the world. This is super exciting because you'll see what people are doing in places like Bangkok or Cote d'Ivoire.
I did check on that as well, what he was just talking about, and I forgot where it was on my timeline, but it was live stream map.
I didn't know I'd ever want to watch goalie
practice. It shows people from California, Florida,
Steven Spielberg was live last night giving highlights from the BFG, a movie that he's been working on based on the Roald Dahl book. So I got to watch Steven Spielberg answering questions from his audience. And also we're starting to see a lot of our friends starting to go live. My friend Brian has a goldfish named Sherbert, and he likes to take you behind the scenes with his goldfish when he's feeding him in the morning. It may not seem like the most interesting thing, but usually people show up to feed the fish with Brian. So part of what's so cool here is just the range of experiences, from friends feeding their fish, all the way up to like presidential candidates taking you with them after they're done giving their speeches, newscasters. There's this storm chaser named Val Castor, who is a Texan weatherman. And after he finishes doing his weather show, he takes you in his car and he drives with you going live.
That's kind of cool.
Point out to you like thunderstorms and tornadoes and like explains what a cumulus cloud is. And it's fun because it's so raw and authentic. It's not a finished product. It's super unproduced. And it's also fun for him because he gets to bring his audience with him.
Let me stop this right here for a second. Okay, you guys know I do a lot of videos and I do a lot of editing. I cut, I add music, and a couple of scenes I take out and kind of combine them together. Raw footage of a video could be from 5 minutes to 30 minutes, and by doing the editing, adding the music, cut out certain scenes of the video, it can be reduced down within 10 minutes. And it's a little time consuming editing videos, and I don't mind it because I'm used to it. I'm used to it because I've been doing it for so many years, basically. And but here, doing live broadcast, there's no editing. There's no adding music unless I'm watching a video or listening to music. You'll hear it. And so a different concept: live broadcast, record a video, put it on YouTube so people can watch it, and click the like button and subscribe, that type of thing. Here it's live, and like I mentioned before, I think this is going to do well for myself, just for the fact that I can do live. You guys can see exactly what I'm doing and talk about whatever's on my mind. And this conversation pertains to live broadcast on Facebook. This is what we're talking about. And I wanted to watch some videos and see who else is using this concept, because I think Facebook knocked it out of the park, personally. And so another avenue for myself to record videos, and besides recording video on YouTube, the editing, that very time consuming, and which I don't mind. This is interesting. So let's continue on and listen to what he has to say concerning live broadcasts on Facebook.
Today is starting to roll that offering out to a lot more people, and we're kind of excited to see what happens next. So I wanted to invite you guys to ask any questions you have about this big product announcement we have today. You can see I'm in our New York office. We have a lot of our posters here, which we use to celebrate our culture internally. So you get hopefully a taste of what it's like to be inside of one of our offices here in New York.
You can also, if you have an Apple
so
product,
it looks like
you
guys
can use your iPad to record videos as well.
The first is, how do I go live? So if you're on an iPhone, you just tap on the box that says what's on your mind. It's on top of your newsfeed. Yeah. And you just tap it, and then there'll be a button there that says go live. And then it'll basically ask you what you want your title to be, and then it'll start to count down, and you'll immediately be streaming the video from your phone.
Now, if you notice on my title, I think I put down Evening with RC live broadcast. I think I just put that on there, I think. And just to let our friends know that we're going to be live shortly. And so let's see what else he has to say.
Live. Your close friends will get a notification that you've gone live. Oh. And if you keep going, people will start to see it in their news feeds so that they can join.
That part I didn't know.
Today we've added the ability for you to go live to a group. So if you have a family group and you want to share something with them, like
I do have a group page on
you're having a birthday
Facebook
party for your kids and you want to show it with the rest of your family who aren't there, you'll be able to go live and then send it just to that group. So
that's
it's pretty easy. We've tried to make it really simple, and we've also tried to make it really fun.
Okay, because I do have two different accounts on Facebook. One is with friends and family. The other one is a group page, which I created, how long did I do that? 6 months ago, maybe a year. Actually, I have two group pages. And for select people to go onto that group. And I need to try that as well, live broadcast just with that group. I forgot all about that. Guys. Okay, let's continue.
Ravi asked, what's your favorite live? I think my favorite so far has been DJ Jazzy Jeff, one of the early hip-hop DJs from Philadelphia. He started using live a lot. If you remember the show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, it was DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. They made the recording Summertime, which was really big in the 90s. And DJ Jazzy Jeff is still like touring around. He's somebody that I hadn't really been like following, but he started using live a lot, and he's awesome. So I like him because he's really unpretentious. He's really a lot of times he's playing music or playing his shows, which is fun to watch. He plays great music. So he's been one of my favorites so far. Another one of my favorites is this astronaut named Scott Parazynski, who I just thought was a good example of like niche science. He he was a doctor and an astronaut who's done a lot of spacewalks. So he was uniquely qualified to comment on the return of Scott Kelly, the astronaut who'd been in space for like a year. And so he did a live where he was just like
being in space for
answering
a year?
all these questions about the way the human body responds physically to being in space for a long time and then returning to Earth. So he was.
Now, I paused this just for a second. What he's doing, he's basically sitting in front of the camera, well, like me. He's sitting in a chair, he's facing the camera, the audience, and he's just talking. Just like if you're at home, which is what I am. I'm at home. I'm talking to you guys. And it's live, and which is kind of cool. Let's proceed.
I was really excited to have a rapt audience there, and the audience was excited to have an expert on space health, which is cool.
Yeah,
all right, cool. Benjamin, how can you imagine live being used for breaking news? So some of what we're starting to see already is people taking live with them newscasters. We saw a lot of newscasters in Brussels after the recent tragedy there, taking you to memorial services. We've seen live being used with guys like hanging around in the evening in Baghdad to take you to see a famous cleric being celebrated there. And one of the things is we launched this feature called Live Map. You can go there right now. It's
That's what I'm talking about. Live Map, where you can see.
And you'll see all these little dots all over the world. And the dot's size of the dot will correspond to how many people are watching that live cast. And it'll let you go just click and see what's going on.
Okay, I pause this again. It's funny because I did this the other day and I saw like little dots in the U.S., like I mentioned earlier, California, Florida, Washington State, Ohio, New York. I go, what are all these little dots? And I just click on a dot, and all of a sudden there's a person who's talking. And I click on another dot, someone else is talking about something else. And it's like, okay, so you can see who's talking in different areas of the U.S. And I go, interesting. That's me. Okay, let's proceed.
In all kinds of different parts of the world. So I imagine that when an event happens, like let's say there's a major sporting event in San Francisco, you can imagine that you'd start to see a lot of bubbles there, and then you could go and see which people were getting a big audience, and then you could discover that maybe like one of the athletes had gone live from the locker room or something like that. And so what we hope to see is that when an event's happening, you're going to be able to go look at it and then choose which people are broadcasting there, and then see the event from different points of view and different perspectives, which will hopefully be a new way. Cool. So I just wanted to remind everybody, I'm Chris. I run the product teams at Facebook. I'm here answering questions about lives today from Facebook New York. Ronak asked, can I limit live to a select group of friends? Yes. You can use the audience controls on Facebook that you normally use to choose who sees a post, where it says friends or public, to decide who you want to see your live cast. You can also use that to limit the audience. We're also announcing today live for groups and live for events. So if you're a member of an event or a group that is private, you're going to be able to go live. So
that's what I'm going to be doing.
Like I said, a family group or you have a work group,
live broadcasts on both
like a
groups.
Quick conference with a bunch of
but that'll be down the road a little bit.
You're going to be able to go to that group and hit live and
started.
Immediately do it with them. One of the things we're pretty excited about is how interesting the scenarios are for super small groups. Live casting. Like I said, my kid and my dog play together a lot, and I'm planning on using live to share that with my family, but not necessarily everybody I know.
Well, how rude.
Josephine asked, how can I find more cool live videos? So right away, you can go to this map. It's facebook.com/livemap. And right now, it will allow you to go see what's immediately streaming everywhere in the world. And one of the things I like to do is just see which are the big bubbles, and then I can go and click on them and then see what's there. It'll also let you see where people are viewing that video from, which is interesting, just to remind yourself of how many people are using the feature right away.
Basically, this broadcast is we're talking about Facebook Live. And I was trying to keep this recording down. I'm not sure how many minutes this is. We'll soon find out, people. But I just wanted to enlighten you folks about this concept that Facebook came out with. And if you're into videos, if you're a cook, I know a gal that cooks, wink, wink, and she likes cooking. I think that's awesome. Sure, she can record her videos live, and I think people like watching this type of broadcast. And again, it's not fake. Just be yourself, have fun. It'll be a blast. And so definitely check it out. And I think you will enjoy it if you're into this. Some people really don't like to record videos, and which is fine. But if you do like recording videos, this is another avenue to experiment with. And so I think that was about it, guys. I really appreciate you watching. And if you guys do have any comments or questions about this broadcast or any broadcast that I'm doing, enter them on the bottom of the comment box and let me know your ideas. If you have any questions, concerns about broadcast, let me know, and hopefully I can answer them in my next broadcast. So until then, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Have a great evening, and I'm going back to watching some of these videos and learn a little bit more about broadcasting on Facebook.